Those who are attending in online, guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, is my voice on screen is clear to all of you guys? Please confirm to me. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Devika. Good morning. All right. Good morning, guys. All right, sir. And in the last session, yes, we completed the differences between Java and other programming languages. Part we completed in the last session. Now, today we are going to start the next topic in core Java. Still, we are in introduction content only, but the next topic in the unit, first unit. So that we are going to understand, that is like what? Java features. All right, sir. So here the next content is like what there? Java features is the next topic. So that we have to understand. All right, sir. Then what is this Java features? What is the requirement to go for the Java features? What we are going to see through these Java features? That simple example I'm telling to you. Try to understand it. For example, I want to take a mobile phone. Simple example. I want to take a mobile phone. To take this mobile phone, I may go to some mobile shop in outside. So where I'm not having any clarity on what phone I want to take. Just I know only some company name, some brand name I know that. Say for example, I want to take OnePlus. There's a phone here I want to take. Just one, I know only the name. So I'll go to that mobile shop where might be some mobile shop representative is available. Directly I'll ask to him, tell me I want to take some OnePlus phone, then which phone is good, give some specifications about this particular phone. Immediately that mobile shop representative is able to provide the total information about that mobile phone within 5 minutes of time. He's not going to waste much time. Just within 5 minutes of time, he is to explain the total content. What details he able to provide now? In OnePlus series, might be at present OnePlus 11. That series is the latest one. OnePlus 11, OnePlus 11R. In a T series, if you want to check now, OnePlus 10T is available. That is another one. So if you observe this OnePlus 11, like this, some camera specifications are available like this. Triple camera, like some kind of 50 MP or maybe 10 MP, 10 MP like this, some camera. Then after that, RAM, that depends on our budget. That varies on the base of this budget. Here we have the combinations like what there, 8 GB RAM and what next one here, 128 GB ROM. Next one is what there, 12 GB RAM, 256 ROM, 16 GB RAM and 256 ROM. Like this, three variants are available. That is another one. If you take like what there, 8 GB RAM, the cost of the product is like almost all 45,000. If it is like what there, 12 GB RAM, the cost of the product, cost of the mobile is like what there, nearly 50,000. And if you take like what there, 16 GB RAM now, the cost of the product is like what there, 55,000 or something else. Then apart from this, then operating system is what there, Then Android 13 version, then it's a specification. The flavor on Android 13 is what their Oxygen OS. Then apart from this, the processor Snapdragon, like generation 1, that is a processor. Like this, all the details might be able to explain within 5 minutes of time. Point is what? But really, I have not taken that phone. I have not seen the taste of that phone. Even I didn't use it that phone. Just I know that I want to take that phone. Just I know the name, but I want to get details of that particular product. Within 5 minutes, I got that all the details of that particular product. Got or not? So within 5 minutes of time, that mobile shop representative has given the total information of that particular mobile phone. In the same way, if we ask to somebody else, what is Java? In 5 minutes, I want to know. What is Java? In 5 minutes, I want to know the total information of this Java, the total behavior of Java. Within 5 minutes, I want to get. There, we have to go for what content here? No, Java features. The Java features is a topic which provides some basic details about our Java programming language. What is Java? What is the nature of the Java? What features are available for the Java programming language? All these details here we are able to get just within 5 minutes of time there. Okay, fine. Now let's understand these points now. Now the point what I am telling to you to describe the nature of Java programming language, to describe the nature of Java programming language, we will use, or we have to use, or else maybe Java has provided the following set of features. What are the various features that Java has provided here? All right, the very first one, Java is a simple programming language. Java is what? That simple. Even previously also we understood that why Java is a simple when compared with the C and C++ programming languages. Why Java is simple? That point here we already understand that. Next one is, after that, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Java is like what? Their platform independent programming language. Then after this, Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Java is an architectural neutral programming language. After completion of this, another one is what? There, Java is like a portable programming language. Then after that, Java is a robust programming language. Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is a secure programming language. Understand it clearly. Java is multi-threaded programming language. Multi-threaded programming language. Java is a distributed programming language. Java is an interpretive programming language. After this, Java is a high performance programming language. These are overall the features of this Java. Nearly 12 number of features here we are having. These are the various features of this Java. Come again, what exactly the features of this Java here? First one is what? There, simple. Next one is an object oriented. Another one is platform independent, architectural neutral, portable, robust, dynamic, secure, multi-threaded, distributed, interpretive, and high performance. So these are overall features of the Java. If you know at least one statement for each and every feature, that we can talk nearly half an hour of time about this particular content. And this is our basic responsibility, know what is what about that each and every feature. If you observe all these features now, half of the features already you are aware. As per our previous discussions, as per the differences between Java and others now, almost all, half of the features you already aware. Remaining half only we have to understand clear. Right, sir. Now we are going to understand at least the total content here. At least one line kind of information here. I want to provide you now. Try to understand this clearly. Right, sir. All of you observe carefully. Now the first one here, what I am telling to you, observe carefully. I want to say a simple programming language. Java is a simple programming language. How can you say Java is a simple programming language? Right, sir. Exactly. As per the previous concepts here, I'm giving clarity for you. Java is a simple programming language Java is a simple programming language. Why? Because point number one. Now tell me what is that point here we specified? No, Java applications will take what their lesser execution time. And one more point I'm telling to you, observe carefully. These features and all the things are provided by Sun Microsystems at the time of introduction, just by comparing with the existed programming languages like C and C++. Majorly, the Java has given all these points just by comparing what their other programming languages like what their C and C++. So Java applications will take less execution time and what next one here no less memory. Java applications will take less execution time and what next one less memory. That's okay, fine. This is point number one. Next, another point I'm telling you. Observe carefully. All right, sir. Java has removed all the confusion oriented features. Java has removed already the confusion oriented features. Like what are the confusion oriented features? Now tell me. Pointers. Next one is what there? Multiple inheritance and so on. If you have any other, just these features are already removed. For what purpose they know? To make Java as what there? A simple programming language. Next one, after that, after completion of this, another thing is like what there. All right, sir. If you observe this C, C++ and Java, the comparison, if you observe this, Java is using all the simplified syntaxes of C and C++ only, not reusing. Again, that syntaxes are redefined in Java, which are like a simple syntaxes in C and C++. First of all, one thing I'm telling to you, no way, that means no relation between C, Java, C++, Java. Then order we framed actually, like C, first we have to learn C. Next one is we have to prepare the C++. Then after that we have to prepare for what there? Java. That is our creation. But really, no programming language vendor has given this information. And even my personal view, what I am telling to you, to learn a Java programming language, to learn a core Java programming language, don't require to learn any other programming languages. Core Java is a fundamental programming language. For this fundamental programming language, no other prerequisite is available. Just if you have with open mind, if you have with the free mind, if you come to the class, everything we are able to understand. Understand my point here? How we are going to learn C programming language? The same content we are going to cover inside the core Java. The fundamental concepts are available in core Java. Right from fundamentals only here, we are going to start. So to learn Java, not required to have any prerequisite. If I need any prerequisite, no, I will down to that required programming language. I will discuss about it. Then after that, I'll come back to what there Java. That's it. Nothing more than this. And moreover, another point I'm telling there, in C and C++, which syntaxes are very simple. Which syntaxes are very simple. All the syntaxes as it is are implemented inside what their Java programming language. So the point is what Java is using all the simplified syntaxes, from C and C++. That means Java is redefining, Java is using or redesigning, right? Redefining, Java is defining all the simple, or simply we can use like what they're using, no problem here. Java is using all the simplified syntaxes of C and C++. It means that it is what they're redefining that syntaxes in Java, not directly using from C and C++ inside the Java. Understand my point clearly? Now here in the bracket here, I'm providing the point here, redefining all the simplified syntaxes from C and C++. Right, sir? By seeing all these points here, we can conclude Java is like what there, a simple programming language. Clear? Again, I'm asking to you, how can you say Java is a simple programming language? Now tell me three reasons I've given. What are the three reasons? First one is what? Java applications will take less execution time, less memory. Java has removed all the confusion oriented features like pointers and multiple inheritance. Third one is what there? Java is using all the simplified syntaxes from C and C++. That's okay, fine now. This is another point here we have to understand clearly now. All right, sir. Next one. Second one is what there? Object oriented. The second feature is like what there? Object oriented. All right, sir. This point almost 5 to 6 times we discussed it there already. Tell me what is the meaning of this object oriented here? When a programming language is an object oriented programming language, if any programming language represents the data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features. What are the various object-oriented features here? Class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, message passing, right? Right, so now these are the various object-oriented features here we are having. So now the point what I am telling to you, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Java is an object-oriented programming language. Why? Because Java is able to represent data in the form of objects by following or by satisfying all the object-oriented features. All the object-oriented features. That's a point here we can understand. Right, sir? The points are very clear. Now try to understand it. No, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Why? Because Java is able to represent data in the form of objects by following all the object-oriented features. But what are the object-oriented features? How these features are available? What is the purpose of each and every feature? That we are going to discuss in the future in object orientation topic. In entire core Java, OOPS, there is a topic like OOPS, object orientation. That is one of the important topic. There we are going to see very good content about this object orientation clearly. Right, so leave this one. Then after this, just I set you only simple points only, not to go for too many number of points. No, right. Already the required information I discussed it there in the differences between Java and others. But these are only overview of Java programming language. All right, so next one is after this. Platform independent programming language. What exactly the meaning of platform independent programming language? First of all, tell me when a programming language is a platform independent programming language. If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation and execution on the same operating system, then that programming language is what? Platform dependent programming language. The execution platform is dependent on the compilation platform for any programming language. Then that programming language is what? Their platform dependent programming language. But what is the meaning of platform independent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation is on one operating system and execution is on what? There another operating system, then that programming language is what? Platform independent programming language. Now I'm telling to you clearly, observe carefully. Now Java is a platform independent programming language. Java is a platform independent programming language. Why? Because Java allows its applications. Java allows its applications to perform compilation on one operating system and execution on is on another operating system. That's it. Is on another operating system. Right, so now because of that reason, Java is what? Their platform independent programming language. There are given so many conclusions. And the differences between Java and other, the point I have discussed with you. C and C++ are platform dependent, but Java is what? Their platform independent. There are given some points there. There are given some conclusions. Just I want to recollect these conclusions here, understand it now. Okay, anyway, later on we will think about it, but the point is very clear. Java is a platform independent programming language because of JVMs internally. Because of what? There JVMs internally. But JVM is what? Platform dependent. Java software is what? Platform dependent. Java is only platform independent programming language, but JVM and Java programming language are what? There Java software is what? There platform dependent. Not only JVM, all the Java tools inside the Java software like Java compiler, JVM, Java profiler and Java signer, all these components are like what? Platform dependent. Total Java software is what? There platform dependent. Right, so now leave for this one. Next point. So then later on I will cover very good content about this architectural neutral, but time being in the introductory part, just understand only one statement. Again I will talk about it in the future, but now understand only one statement for our understanding purpose. There's a single definition here I'm telling there, but understand it clearly now. All right, sir. Architectural neutral. This architecture, if you take the story, the more deeper concepts are available, but not required. Just leave this one. Simple point, very simple point. Platform independent in the sense operating system independent. Architectural neutral in the sense hardware independent. Architectural neutral in the sense what they're hardware independent. That's it. So the point what I'm telling to you, listen carefully. Java is an architectural Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Neutral programming language. Why? Why? Because Java allows its applications to compile on one hardware architecture. Java is able to allow its applications to compile on one hardware architecture and to execute on another hardware architecture. Another hardware architecture. Simply speaking, some processors we are using there. Maybe some kind of processor available, Intel processor, some other might be different processors here. On one processor we can compile the program, in another processor we can execute the program. It's not at all the issue. No. Directly our applications are going to be executed. The Java will manage internally that content. Internally again JVM will take care about the total conversions and everything here internally. So we are not going to think much about it, no. But internal Java will take care about it. But the point is what? We can compile Java applications on one hardware system and we can execute the same Java application on another hardware system. So this is the meaning of like what there architectural neutral programming language. Right, sir. Up to this point already we are aware. Even this concept I have given there in very first class in the Java history, the topic I have given there. But again here we had some points. Can I try to understand it clearly? Okay, now come for this next point here. No, portable. Right, sir. Observe carefully. This is almost all equal to platform independent and architectural neutral only. Not more than this, but I will take an example. Through that, I will explain to you. Know. Right, sir. All of you understand it, no? For example, now I'm taking this class in this building, right? JHMC, like what there? Maitrivanam building. Good. So it's a very good building, then big apartment, like what there? Big building. The point is what? At present, I'm using Idea SIM card in my mobile phone. Idea SIM card. Long time back, I have taken that SIM card. It is supporting up to 4G only. It is not supporting 5G. Even idea that 5G support is not good. But who is providing very good support for 5G? Nowadays, Jio and Airtel both are providing very good support for 5G. So, but my SIM card is what there 4G enabled. Unfortunately, at the time of taking my SIM card, that mobile number I've taken, like what there, that mobile number is a fancy number I've taken. Think of it, all sevens I've taken, fancy number. I spent nearly 10 lakh rupees for it. Not really. Example I'm telling to you. Fine. So my situation is like this. All sevens is the number. 10 lakh rupees I spent for it. And idea SIM card I have taken. Up to now it's okay. But at present my entire market is going on with 5G. But my SIM card is enabled for what there 4G. So now I want to upgrade myself. But here the point is what? I want to get a 5G support to my SIM card, but I don't want to lose my number. I don't want to lose my number, but I want to get 5G support to my SIM card, my number. So what I have to do? Exactly, what I have to do? What the process is available outside there? Okay, my idea, my SIM, my network provider is home, idea. But who is providing that 5G? No, say for example, Jio is providing 5G. Then immediately, then I requested to idea people what I have to do there. They suggested to me, then if you want to go for porting, then we can go for it. Or maybe ask to this might be what there Jio people. I don't want to lose my number, but I want to get your 5G support. Then what I have to do? They said to me, just we can port the number. Then porting options available nowadays. No, just we can port the number. What is the meaning of this porting here? No, your number should be same, but internally the network provider will be changed. Your number is same, whatever the number you had there, the same number, but internally the network provider will be changed from like what their idea to Geo. Yes, sir, got or not? But without changing the number, internally we can change the network provider. So this entire process is called as what their porting. My device is enabled for this porting, so it is called as what their portable. My device is enabled for porting, then it is called as what their portable. My number is portable or not, and my phone is a portable or not. Finally, so here the point here what we have to remember. Once if we prepare a Java program, Once if we prepare a Java program, without having changes on our Java program, we can change the hardware system internally and we can change the operating system internally. Still, our application will run in all the hardware systems, in all the operating systems. Then my Java application is a portable application or not? Now porting is possible with my Java application or not? So almost all equal to like platform independent and architecture neutral only. But the advantage I'm telling there, without having modifications on my program, I can change my operating system from Windows to Linux or Linux to Solaris, whatever it may be. Even hardware systems also here we can change. So because of that reason, we are able to say that Java is a portable programming language. Java is able to run its applications under all the operating systems, under all the hardware systems. Because of this reason only, Java is what their portable programming language. One more point I'm telling there, nowadays 3 billion devices runs Java. As an official statement from the Java people, 3 billion devices are using Java now. If it is not portable, how it is possible to use that Java in 3 billion number of devices now? Like in a different components, different hardware components, different software components, even including computers, mobile phones, like already number of times I said to you know, right? So 3 billion devices are using what their Java programming language. So why? Because it's a portable programming language. It's a porting is possible. It's a portable programming language. Because of that reason, 3 billion devices are using Java at present here. This is a point here we can understand. Now come for this content here. Java is a portable programming language. Java is a portable programming language. Why? Because Java is able to run its applications. Java is able to run its applications under all the operating systems and under all the hardware systems. Almost all. Then whatever the software systems which are available, whatever the operating systems which are available, whatever the hardware systems which are available at present, no, in almost all the cases, it is able to run its applications. And one more example I'm telling to you, how it is possible. One more point I'm telling there. Last class, we understood already. In a C and a C++, memory allocation for the primitive data types is not fixed. It is a variable. It is a dependent on the operating system. But in the case of Java, what happened? Memory allocation for the primitive data types is a fixed or variable. Is a fixed. We can use any of the operating system. We can use any hardware system, nothing else. Whatever it may be, anything we can use. But its memory allocations are what they're fixed. In the case of what they're Java. So even because of this reason also we can conclude that Java is like what they're more portable programming language. Right, sir. Leave this point here. Next one, after completion of this, a robust programming language. All right, sir. Understand it. There is a chance to ask this question from this particular topic by the interviewer. Interviewer may ask this question. What is that question here? I'm telling there, a robust programming language. All right, sir. Before going to understand whether this Java is a robust programming language or not, first of all, we have to understand when a programming language is a robust programming language. When a programming language is a robust programming language, first we have to understand that. After that, we will think about it what there Java is a robust programming language or not. Right. I'm giving some clarity now. Try to understand these points clearly. All of you observe carefully. If any programming language is very good at a memory management system and at exception handling mechanisms, 2 points I'm telling there. If any programming language is very good at memory management systems and exception handling mechanisms, then that programming language is a robust programming language. Simple generalization. If any programming language is very good at memory management and very good at exception handling mechanisms, then that programming language is what there is a robust programming language. Java is a robust programming language, I'm telling. Java is what there? Java is a robust programming language. But how? How can you say Java is a robust programming language? On what criteria we are able to say Java is a robust programming language? Just have given information there. If any programming language is very good at memory management system and very good at exception handling mechanisms, so that programming language is what? Robust. Java is a robust programming language. Means that Java is very good at memory management system and Java is very good at exception handling mechanisms. But here my question is, how can we justify Java is very good at memory management system? And how can we justify Java is very good at exception handling mechanisms? So the other points here we have to understand. Listen carefully. All of you observe carefully. Java has a very good memory management system in the form of heap memory management system. What's the point I'm telling there? Java has very good memory management system in the form of heap memory management system. What is this heap memory management system? What is its nature actually? It's a dynamic memory management system. What is that? Dynamic memory management system. What is the meaning of this dynamic memory management system? It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at a runtime as per the requirement. Come again, what is the point I'm telling there? It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at the runtime of the application. As per the requirement, on demand, memory will be allocated. See, no memory wastage is going on in the case of this heap memory management system. One thing I'm telling to you, at compilation time, if you provide memory allocation, that entire memory may be used, may not be used at runtime, but memory is allocated. Maybe there is a chance of getting memory wastage in the case of the static memory allocation. But in the case of dynamic memory allocation, on the base of demand only, on demand only, memory will be allocated. If your application required memory, memory will be allocated. If your application don't require memory, memory will not be allocated. Now again, memory utilization is effective in the case of dynamic memory management system, but memory utilization is totally poor in the case of like what there static memory allocation. But Java is following what type of memory allocation? Heap memory management system. What is a heap memory management system? No, it's a dynamic memory management system. So it's a dynamic memory management system in the sense it allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at the runtime of the application. So Java is what there? Very good at memory management system. Is it all of you getting it or not? Now let me provide that point here. Java is very good. Sorry, Java is a robust programming language. Java is a robust programming language. Why? Because what is the reason for it? No. Why? Because point number one, we can understand Java has a very good memory management system in the form of heap memory management system. In the form of heap memory management system. All right, sir. Now here I'm telling there it is a dynamic memory management system. Okay, then what is the meaning of it? No, it allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at a runtime as per the application requirement. Right, sir. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects as per the application requirement. That's it. Now this is exactly the meaning of like what there memory management system. Again, I'm telling there about this heap memory, about the entire memory architecture of this Java. We will discuss in JVM architecture. We have a separate topic. JVM architecture is a topic there. There I'm going to describe the total information of the JVM, how JVM is available, how content is available, how many components are available inside the JVM, what components are available, what is the purpose of each and every component. All we are going to understand there. No need to worry for it. All right, sir. Now let's coming for the next one. Second point is what the second factor of saying robust programming language is what? Exception handling mechanisms. Java has a very good exception handling mechanisms. But before going to understand exception handling mechanisms, before understanding that exception handling mechanisms and exception, first of all, tell me what is an exception? What is the meaning of an exception? These points here we have to understand. After that, I will think about it. What is the meaning of exception handling? How we are able to handle the exceptions that we are going to understand in the future. But first of all, what is an exception? What is the meaning of an exception? Listen carefully. I had very good technical definition for exception now, but not required immediately. We have another topic like exception handling. There I will give that full-fledged definition for this exception. But for time being, for our remembering purpose, I want to give very small definition for exception. But try to understand it. Right, sir? Exception is a runtime error. That's it. No need to think too much about it. Exception is a runtime error causes abnormal termination to the application. Simple definition, very simple. Tell me what is the definition there? Exception is what? Runtime error. Then what next one? Causes abnormal termination to the applications. This is a definition. At present only I am giving this definition, but in the future I will modify it. For our understanding, just for our awareness purpose, I am going to speak out that very good definition there. Later on what I am going to discuss there, then I want to speak out the definition, but try to understand it now. Exception is an unexpected exception in the Java program execution occurred at runtime, which may be provided by the users while entering dynamic input in the Java applications, which may be provided by the database engine while executing SQL queries in JDBC applications, which may be provided by the network while establish the communication between Java application and other remote mission, that means local mission and remote mission in the distributed applications, and so on, causes abnormal termination to the application. That's it. That's a simple definition. The more technical definition what I am speaking now, but I will discuss this definition and all its related content in exception handling topic. But in the language fundamentals, in the basic concepts, in the Java features, only one point here we have to understand about this exception. Simple definition. What is that simple definition? No, exception is a runtime error causes abnormal termination to the application. Again, we have a word like what? Abnormal termination. That is one word. Exceptions will come at runtime. Runtime error is nothing but what the exception that we understood. In general, in our programming, we used to see errors at compilation time. For example, if you're missing semicolon in Java program, when we compile the program, compiler is pointing that no, right here we have an error. You forgot to specify semicolon. Please provide semicolon here. Like this, it's giving an intimation to me. Again, I will reopen the program where I will check at which location I got an error. There I'm checking semicolon is there or not. If it is not available, I'll put semicolon. Okay, then again I will recompile it. Now this time we will not get any error. Then I will execute the program. Then we'll get the output. But missing semicolon is an error we got at compilation time. Missing semicolon is an error we got at what time here? Compilation error. It is a syntax error basically. So these type of errors are okay, normal programming errors. But what is the point I am telling there? Error occurred at what time? Runtime. That is called as what? An exception. Runtime error. That is what there? An exception. But what is the impact of this one? If an error occurred at runtime, if an exception is available in Java application, it leads abnormal termination to the application. Then what is the meaning of abnormal termination? In general, there are two types of terminations are available. In general, there are two types of terminations. One is the smooth termination, another one is what the abnormal termination. For example, so I went to something else like what there, some movie, recent movie. What is that recent movie there? Adipurish. Okay, fine, good. Then is a simulation of Ramayana, right? I think exactly Ramayana, right? Fine, sir. Whatever it may be. So I want to watch that movie. I booked the tickets. Might be I went to the theater. Okay, fine. I sat inside the theater. Just I am watching that movie. Movie was started. Good. Interval is available. Just okay, fine. 15 minutes of interval. Then again, movie was restarted. Just we are enjoying that movie. Leave it. Whether it's good or bad, it's okay. Leave it. That depends on an outside. No, not required. But I'm watching that movie. So almost the last half an hour of movie is remaining. Okay, we are waiting for what there, that Ramayana Yuddham, right? Ramayana fight. We want to wait for it. Might be that time I didn't remember it. Then there is a good war in between that Ram, like who are the people now? Ravanasa and Rama. That war I'm waiting there. Then how the director has represented it. I want to watch it. Just I'm waiting for it. All right, sir. Almost all. Almost all. Rama reached to Lanka. Then we are ready to watch that war, how it is going on there. We are eagerly waiting for it. Movies also be going on very good, but we are eagerly waiting for it. How how much graphics he used to provide. He has provided for this particular scene. I'm eagerly waiting for it. Waited. Almost the last half an hour of movies remaining. Last half an hour time only war related scenes only. So interesting. Now we want to see that. All of a sudden power failure was happened. That movie was stopped. Okay, we waited for 5 minutes of time, 10 minutes of time, half an hour of time. No power, no movie. Then what we have to do? Disappointed, no? Okay, fine. What we have to do by the time? So half an hour of time without power inside the theater, who will bear it in a summer season, right? Think of it. So that's why then we came outside of the theater. We went to the theater manager. Are stupid. What environment you provided here? And moreover, you are playing Ramayana movie, but here the environment is not good. Then what you are doing in this theater? Now tell me, what is the alternative for it? Just he has given some intimation to me. What was that intimation there? Right, we are sorry for it, but actually continuously power failure is going on. Here we made one power backup system also, but unfortunate thing is today even that power backup system is also not working. That is your bad luck and my bad luck. So what is that alternative? So no alternative today. Just we can leave from theater. Tomorrow exactly on what time that movie was stopped there today. Exactly tomorrow come to the theater for the remaining movie will play. That only war scene we can see once again. Okay, finally, then tomorrow situation is different. Tomorrow I may be busy or I may be free. I don't know, right? Tomorrow I may come to the theater or not. I don't know. But today we have some free time. That's why we came for the theater. It's okay. But today we have to leave from the theater in the middle or not? Come on, guys. Today we have to terminate my process in the middle or not? This is exactly called as abnormal termination. This is exactly called as what there? Abnormal termination. For example, out of this 300 members audience, no. So, okay, myself is educated, I understood the problem. Okay, fine. As a matter of 200 or 250 rupees or 300, it's okay. Leave it. Maybe tomorrow, if it is possible, I will come. Otherwise, I will not come. But some other hang people are available. They are in more aggressiveness. What they used to do, what they will do. Think of it. What they will do. They'll blast bombs in the theater or not. They will throw stones or not. Some damage is going to be happen or not. So this type of serious problems will come when the applications are terminated in the middle. Now I will give in technical points now. Observe carefully. Okay, abnormal termination we understood. Terminating the execution of the program in middle, not at the end of the program. Terminating our program in the middle is called as what there? Terminating application execution of the program in the middle. Then it is called as what there? Then it is what there? Abnormal termination. Second case I'm telling to you, all of you observe carefully. What about the second case? No, we started watching that movie. Movie is going on good. Interval is completed. Again, we restarted our movie. Movie is going on. Last half an hour of movie, that war scenes are coming. Then very good scenes are going on. The graphics are very good. The Prabhas acting, Saif Ali Khan acting, then the next level. Is a mind blowing. It's a very good movie. And finally, that everything was completed. Finally, Rama caught Sita. Completed. Story was completed. There we have seen the end title. Screen is also be off. Then we terminated from the theater. We came out from the theater. No issues in this situation. We don't have any problem. Our required service we got there inside the theater. The end title also we have seen. The casting names also we have seen. Everything we have seen. Nothing is then when screen is off, when lights on, automatically we came out from the theater. This is a smooth exit. This termination from the theater is what there? Smooth termination. It will not give any impact in our regular work. It is not giving any impact. Got my point? Whenever we are having abnormal terminations, then only we have some problems. If it is a smooth termination, we are not getting any problem. Apply the same theory in the case of our Java programming. Apply the same thing in our Java programming. Now I'm executing one enterprise application. In that enterprise application, multiple programs are available. Hundreds of programs are available in an enterprise application. One program abnormally terminated. One program abnormal termination may cause the serious problems. May lead to serious problems. What serious problems this abnormal termination of our application will provide? Abnormal termination of our application may crash our local operating system. Abnormal termination of my application may collapse the entire database if it is a database related application. Abnormal termination of my application may provide hanging situation for the network if it is a network based application. Abnormal termination of my application may down the server if it is a server side application. These many serious problems here we are able to get if we have any abnormal termination in our program. Right, sir? All of you are getting it or not? Okay, exceptions, that means abnormal terminations are coming because of exceptions only. Because of runtime errors only. Runtime errors causes abnormal termination. Means that exceptions causes abnormal termination. Abnormal terminations of our application may cause serious problems. Crashing operating systems, hanging network in the network applications, collapse database in the database related applications, and down the server in the case of server side application. These many serious problems here we are able to get. But being the application developer, what we have to do as a solution for this kind of problems? No. What we want to do, the solution for this kind of problems? No. So if we want to come out from these problems, these serious problems, no, first of all, we have to avoid abnormal terminations to our application. First, we have to avoid what their abnormal terminations to application. In place of them, we have to make it smooth termination. In place of the abnormal termination, we have to provide what their smooth termination. If we want to provide smooth termination, then we have to handle the exceptions properly. If we want to avoid these many problems, no, we have to avoid abnormal terminations. If we want to avoid abnormal terminations, we have to handle the exceptions properly. When we are getting an exception, then only abnormal termination, then only serious problems will come. To avoid these serious problems, no, avoid the abnormal terminations. To avoid the abnormal terminations, handle the exceptions properly. To handle these exceptions properly, what Java has provided, as you are saying that Java is a robust programming language. As Java is a robust programming language, what Java has provided a solution for handling the exceptions. What Java has provided an environment. Right. If we come for this particular point, answer is very clear. All of you understand it clearly. To handle the exception, what we are expecting in Java, to handle these exceptions, no, only 2 points. Represent that exception, and catch that exception, and provide smooth termination to our application. Represent that exception, catch that exception, provide smooth termination to the application. If we do these 3 points, no, exception handling will be very good in our programming language. Always we are able to provide smooth terminations to our application. Always we are able to avoid the serious problems like operating system crashing, network hanging, and database collapse, or maybe like a server down. All these things you are going to avoid if it is a case now. But to do these 3 steps, what Java has provided the situation. To do these 3 points, now what Java has given the situations here. Right, I'm telling to you, try to understand it clearly. First one is what there, represent the exceptions. To represent, all of you understand it clearly. To represent almost all the exceptions which are coming frequently in Java applications, Java has provided a set of predefined classes. Java has provided some predefined library to represent almost all the predefined exceptions what we are getting in our applications. Not only that, Java has provided a path to define your own exceptions as per our requirement. Java has provided predefined classes to represent almost all the exceptions which are coming frequently in Java applications. Not only that, if you have any customizations over these exceptions, you want to represent your own exception. Say for example, I have a bank application. In the bank application, in my account only 10,000 rupees is available. Only have an account, I have an amount in my account only 10,000, but I'm trying to withdraw 20,000 from the account. Is it possible? Is it possible? In my account only 10,000 I had already, but I want to withdraw 20,000. When I'm trying to withdraw 20,000 over the 10,000 which is there in my account now, definitely it is an exceptional situation or not? If it is an exceptional situation, that I have to represent or not? That ICICI Bank application is not provided by Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems has provided only Java programming language, where exception handling is provided here. Some of the predefined exceptions are provided. What are the predefined exceptions? No, arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, file not found exception, class not found exception, class cast exception. All these are predefined exceptions. No, but insufficient funds exception is not a predefined exception. Insufficient funds exception our ICICI Bank is what there. It is like what they related to our application. Related to our application, I need to define my own exception class. To define our own exception classes, Java has provided a separate path for it. Java has given a separate path to define our own exceptions. So finally, I'm concluding that Java is providing very good environment to represent all the types of exceptions, almost all the exceptions what we are getting in our Java application. Not only that, Java has provided a path for us to define our own exceptions. At any cost, we can represent the exception. Okay, after representing the exception, what is the second point? No, we have to catch that exception or not. We have to catch that exception. We have to display that exception details to the user and provide smooth termination. All right, to catch that exception, to display that exception details to the user and to provide smooth terminology, Java, and to provide smooth termination, Java has provided a separate feature in its programming. That feature is what there, try catch finally syntax. What is that syntax? Try catch finally. Try is able to try to get an exception, try to pick an exception. Catch block is trying to catch that exception. Catch block is able to display the details to the exception. Finally, overall total try catch finally syntax is providing smooth terminations to the application. Is that all of you get my point or not? So all this environment is provided by Java or any other programming language? Java only. So Java is like what there? Java is very good at exception handling mechanisms or not? When Java is very good at exception handling mechanisms and when Java is very good at memory management system, obviously the Java programming language is what type of programming language? Robust programming language. That's it. This is the clear-cut information what Java has given about us about this particular content here. Final conclusion. In a short information, I record this entire conclusion. No, Java is a robust programming language because of two reasons. Reason number one, Java has a very good memory management system in the form of heap memory management system. It's a dynamic memory management system. It allocates and deallocates memory for the objects at a runtime as per the requirement. Second point is what I'm telling there. Java has a very good exception handling mechanisms. Java has a very good exception handling mechanisms. How, sir? How can you say that? Java has provided a very good predefined library. Java has provided a very good predefined library to represent and handle almost all the exceptions, which are coming frequently in Java applications. That's it, not more than this. They are the simple 2 points here we can understand. Java has very good exception handling mechanisms. Why? Because Java has provided a very good predefined library to represent and handle almost all the exceptions which come frequently in Java applications. That's it. So because of this reason here we can conclude Java is like what programming language? No, robust programming language. Why I'm stressing on this particular point now? Out of this total Java features, interviewers may ask question on only this particular point. If interviewer is asking question to you, how can you say Java is a platform independent? Already you have your information there in the differences between Java and others. When interviewer is asking question, How can you say Java is like what? They're an object-oriented programming language. You had information, right, sir? How pointers are not exist in the case of Java, we have an information, and how Java is not allowing multiple inheritance, we have some reasons. All the points are already existed with but this robust is a new point here, as per our discussion. Robust is a new point. Now you are I given even this no new point also, but try to recognize the point. What exactly the content you are given about this robust programming language? All right, sir. It's okay. Fine. Leave this point here. So next term, coming to the next point is like what there dynamic programming language. Even this point also be aware clearly. Previously we understood number of times. What about this particular content here? All of you understand it now. What is the meaning of dynamic programming language? Whether a programming language is a static programming language or a dynamic programming language is totally depending on the time when we are performing memory allocation in our applications. At what time we are performing memory allocation, on the basis of that only, that the dynamic programming language or static programming language that we are going to decide. At what time that memory allocations are going to be provided for our applications. If any programming language allows memory allocation at compilation time, that is static memory allocation, then that programming language is what? Static programming language. If any programming language allows memory allocation at runtime, at execution time, then that programming language is what there? Dynamic programming language. Now the point here, what I'm telling you, Java is a following. Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is a dynamic programming language. Why? Because Java follows dynamic memory allocation. That is the memory is allocated for the data at a runtime of our application, at a runtime of our application, at a runtime. So because of that reason, Java is what there? A dynamic programming language. Not more than this. This is one of the points here we can understand. We may have one more question, no? Or else I want to give one more point, might be along with that, just for remembering purpose, try to understand it clearly. In C and C++, or for example C programming language, when memory will be allocated for the primitive data types, no compilation time. Understand it now? When I provide the instructions like what there, int I is equal to 10 now, then a compiler will recognize the data type is what there, integer. When the data type is integer now, automatically 2 bytes of memory will be allocated for integer now. It will assign 2 bytes of memory for I variable. Okay, well and good. Up to that, it's okay, fine, no problem. Got it or not? It's okay, no issues for it. Next one is after this, after completion of this, all of you understand it, no? In the case of Java, when a memory will be allocated for the data, but how data is going to be represented? Remember it, in the case of Java, we are going to provide variables and everything inside the classes. Int I is equal to 10. Int I is equal to 10. We provided, for example. In the case of C programming language, this is not available. Directly we can provide what there? Int I is equal to 10. But in the case of Java, every declaration we have to provide inside what there? Classes only. Okay. When a memory will be allocated for this I variable, in the case of Java, when we create an object for the class A, automatically memory will be allocated for what variable? I variable. All of you are following my point or not? When memory will be allocated for I variable in Java, when we create an object for the class A, whenever memory is allocated for the class A, there automatically memory will be assigned for I variable. Got it or not? Okay. In C++, when memory will be allocated for objects, in the case of Java, when memory will be allocated for objects. If we come for this point, in C++, memory will be allocated for the object at compilation time, but in the case of Java, memory will be allocated for the classes, memory will be allocated for objects at runtime. So directly the point what I'm telling to you, in Java, for the primitive data, memory will be allocated when we create an object. In Java, when objects are creating, if you think about it, Objects will be created in Java at runtime only, not at compilation time. In other programming languages, objects may be created at a compilation time, but in the case of Java, objects will be created at what time here? Runtime. So by that we can understand Java is following what? Dynamic memory allocation. So Java is what programming language there? Dynamic programming language. Right, sir? Leave this one, not more than this. That point is sufficient, no? Right, sir. Now let's move on to this content here. All of you observe carefully. The next one, what about this next one here? No, secure programming language. Simple, sir. Very simple, straightforward point about this security is what there. If any programming language is providing security for its data, then that programming language is obviously is what there? Secure programming language. That's okay. That's the straightforward information. Lift it, take it. All right, sir. That is like what there? Straightforward information. If any programming language is representing, if any programming language is providing security for its data, then that programming language is what there? Secure programming language. It's okay, nice. That is a simple statement. But how Java is a secure programming language, I want to give more information to you. We need to understand more number of points. How Java is a secure programming language. Simple point. Java is able to provide security in every corner of the security, in every corner of the application. That means what I'm telling there. Majorly, Java is providing security at 3 levels. Java is providing security at what levels there? 3 levels. What are the 3 levels of the security that Java is providing? No, understand it clearly. First one is implicit security. Java has very good focus on what? Implicit security. Second one is web security, web application level security. And the third one is like what there? Network security. Java is a secure programming language because of its 3 levels of security, which is providing nowadays in our applications. What are the 3 levels of security? First one is what there? Implicit security. Second one is what there? Web security. Third one is what there? Network security. Right. Let's think about how Java is providing implicit security. Right, sir. Very simple. Java is providing implicit security by having a separate component inside the JVM. By having a separate security component inside the JVM. That component is called as what? Security manager. By having which component there? Security manager. With the help of that security manager, or that security manager is able to provide some implicit security over the bytecode whenever we are executing our code. The security manager will use internally bytecode verifier, another component. Security manager will use internally what there? Bytecode verifier. Example I'm telling you, understand it clearly. Who's executing our Java programs? Come on, JVM. JVM is executing what code? What are the JVM responsibilities in Java? Two responsibilities. Converting from bytecode to native code, executing that native code. Finally, bytecode is coming, that must be interpreted, then only we are getting some output. Am I right or not? While interpreting that bytecode inside the JVM, security manager will check whether this bytecode is having any harmful code or not. Any harmful data is available inside this bytecode or not. If that bytecode formats are properly provided or not. This bytecode is generated by right compilers or not. That everything could be checked internally by the separate component internally. That is what their security manager with the help of the bytecode verifier. By this, JVM is providing or Java is providing very good implicit security for our Java programs. Point number one. Next, coming to the web security. Coming to what there? Web security. What is the meaning of this web security? Sir, all of you are following these points, no? On a single side, I am discussing this content is almost half of the point, more than half of the points you are already aware. That's why I'm giving that point. But which points you are not aware, there I'm putting more time and I'm explaining more content. Sir, all of you are getting done. Robust, you are not aware. Then I given the complete information. Now I'm talking about like what there, the secure. Secure also I'm giving more information there. Now try to recognize this. Now first of all, tell me all of you know, Java is providing security at how many levels? No, 3 levels. What are the 3 levels? No, implicit security, web security, network security. Now I'm talking about implicit security. How Java is providing implicit security? By having the separate component inside the JVM, that component is what? Security manager. Security manager, with the help of bytecode verifier, it is able to provide implicit security in our Java applications. Clear? Coming to the web security. What is this web security actually? What is the meaning of this web security in general? Right, sir. Now, simple example I'm telling to you. Now, try to recognize this. All of you observe carefully. I think all of you might be completed your academics. Am I right? Your colleges you completed. Still, you are doing. Might be some of you are doing. You are might be studying in colleges. I think so. How many of you are still studying? Right. Good. Okay, fine. I think remaining members you completed already academics, right? Fine, sir. If you observe your colleges, no, the good colleges, I'm telling that, or maybe if you observe any university or college, whatever it may be, nowadays everything is same. If you observe your college, no, to enter inside the college, there should be a security post. Am I right? There should be a security gate. But the gate in front of that gate, one security person is standing. But I don't know about your college, but in my college, the same thing I've seen. I studied at JNT University. When I go to the JNT University, there are so many formalities where the security person is standing in front of the gate. He's asking, when I go there, he's asking directly, then show your ID code there every time. One fine day previously, I given some commitment with him. I want to give some 1,000 rupees to you, but don't ask me every time, no. But don't apply this rule to our admin people there in outside now. Okay, right. But anyway, the point what I'm telling there, at a gate, in front of the gate, still we are not entering inside the college premises. We are just before the college premises. We want to enter inside the college premises, no, where a security person is available. He is checking your authentication. He is checking your ID card. Okay, if you show your ID card, you will enter inside the college. When you enter inside the college, no, but where we have to sit? You have to go to the classroom. There we have to sit as you are the student. Am I right or not? Okay, fine. You are the student, no? You want to talk with your principal. They had some issue, then you want to talk with your principal. Then what is the process there? Directly want to go to your principal chamber where the principal is sitting there. They directly want to pick his collar, no? Tell me, what is the process for it? If you want to meet with your principal, if you want to have some conversation with your principal, then what we have to do? First of all, there is an admin person in front of that principal chamber or not? Maybe some administration office is there or not? There might be some clerk is available or not? There is giving some appointments for the principal or not? Right. First, you have to take an appointment for meeting that principal. He will give some appointment, some time and particular date he might be provided to us. On that particular time, appointment time, we have to come there. We have to show your appointment letter. If you show that, then the clerk will allow you to enter inside the principal chamber. Then you will have the valid conversation with your principal. When the work is complete, you may come out from the principal chamber. That's it. But there also be, when we have taken an appointment, whenever we are coming inside the principal chamber, where one person is checking your authenticity again or not? Answer my point here. But you are already inside the college, already you are inside the college premises, but to enter inside the principal chamber, now again you are checked. This is second level checking. Right, all of you understand it clearly. First level checking at the gate is called as authentication. Second level checking inside the college. Second level checking inside the college, that is called authorization. Please recognize the terminology authentication and authorization. In the same way, think of it, your college is a website or web application. If you want to enter into website or web application, first username and password login page is required or not? Login page, there we have to enter username and password. You may click on login button. Internet will check whether this user credentials are exist or not. If this user credentials are not existed, giving a message, you are unauthorized user to access this application. Then immediately we have to show sign up for this particular web application. User may click on sign up button. Registration form will come where username and password will be created. Click on login button again. Click on register button there. Automatically again username and password is created. When credentials are created, again we will get login page. There again we have to enter username and password. Again we have to click on login button. Then only we will enter inside the website. This entire process is called as authentication. Yes, sir. This entire process is called as what there? Authentication. Everybody understand this clearly now? All right, sir. Okay, fine. For example, my requirement is like what there? I open Amazon.com. I want to go for some online shopping. Of course, as a guest, as a user, I can watch all the list of items. But if I want to keep some items in an order, I checked my items now. I want to keep that items in an order. Then what I required? I need to provide my credentials, username and password. I should be logged in. When I log in, then only my items will be provided in what there to the respective order. Okay, that's okay. Remaining process is okay. But observe carefully. Myself as a user of this Amazon.com, is it possible for me to do some modifications on the items list? Say for example, if I search for mobile phones, today 100 items are available. Okay, I have not seen my required mobile phone in that list. I shut down it. Then tomorrow I open freshly. Now again tomorrow I search for the same thing, mobile phones. And tomorrow I got nearly 200 mobile phones. But yesterday we had only 100 mobile phones, but tomorrow I had 200 mobile phones. On a single night, how that 100 mobile phones are increased in that Amazon website? How that on a single night 100 phones are increased? How? That means somebody else has added that items or not? Who is that somebody else? No, not by me. As a user, not possible for me. Just my responsibility, my right, or my privileges. Access privileges is what there. Only read the data, not to do any modifications over the data. I don't have any permissions for it. But internally, somebody else will have permission to add some items to the Amazon cart or not, Amazon website or not. Who's that somebody else that I'm asking there? That somebody else is what their administrator. That somebody else is what their administrators. That administrators are available two types now. One is what their seller site, other one is what their site to site. Site in the sense like what their Amazon site. Okay, that admin privileges are given to the sellers administrators. Seller, say for example, I have a company. For example, I have a selling company. I'm collaborated with Amazon.com. So I have to sell my items through Amazon.com. So here in my company, one person is an administrator. When new products are coming to my store, I will add them to Amazon in my particular area inside the Amazon.com. So my person is having that right. That person is able to add items to the respective application. But think of it, when I'm going to add an item to the Amazon website, first of all, I was logged in inside the Amazon. When I'm going to add an item to the Amazon website now, there it is asking your username, password, and the role. If you provide username and password there, if you specify the role is admin, then your user credentials will be checked in the admin credentials. If you are passed, then only that item will be added to the Amazon. If you are not passed, that item will not be added to the Amazon. It is giving information there. You are not authorized to access this particular area. You are not authorized to access this particular area. That information here we are able to get. So here the point what I am telling the to keep an item in an order, authentication is required or not. But to perform updates in our Amazon website, to perform some modification the item list of this Amazon website, there we require some special permissions. That special permissions are nothing but what their authorization. Yes, sir, all of you are getting it or not? So finally, the point is like what there. One more point I'm telling there. Your Facebook account is available. In your Facebook account, you are the administrator and you are the user. Think of it. First, being the administrator, if you enter inside this, that's okay. You are the administrator directly, we can perform modification. It is not asking every time that username and password. But your friend is watch. Your friend is only viewer. He can watch your profile, that's it. You are unable to do any modification in your profile, but you are able to do that modification in your profile. Without having any privileges, user can watch your profile. But if you want to modify something in our profile, we have to log in or not. Think of this point here clearly what I'm telling there now. So in the same way we can understand administrators are having some special privileges. Through that special privileges they can access some area of the application and they can do some modifications. But users can only watch the content. They're unable to do anything for it. All right, sir. Remember all these things. Just forget about all these things. Only 2 points now. entry level checkup in any application, that is called as authentication. After completion of that authentication, if you want to do some special permissions to access some data, then there what we require now, authorization is required. Finally, what's the point I'm telling to you? In web applications security is associated with only two terminologies. Web applications security is associated with only two terminologies. First one is authentication and second one is what there? Authorization. Authentication and authorization. Java is providing this authentication and authorization for the web application security by providing a middleware service. By providing a middleware service in the form of JAS, JAAS. In the form of JAS, Java has provided very good web application security in the form of JAS. What is that JAAS actually? Java Authentication and Authorization Service. Java Authentication and Authorization Service. 1 minute, sir. Right, sir. Now understand it clearly. So finally, Java is providing our web application security by using JAS, Java Authentication and Authorization Security. Leave this point now. Two types of securities we completed. Tell me, Java is a secure programming language because of its three levels of security. What are the three levels of security? Implicit security, web security, network security. How Java is providing implicit security? By having a separate component inside the JVM in the form of security manager. That security manager will provide implicit security with the help of the bytecode verifier. Clear. Second one is what there? Web security. Java is providing very good web security by having a middleware service. What is that middleware service? No, JAS, JAAS, JAS. What is the abbreviation for JAS? Java Authentication and Authorization Service. Then what is the third one here? Network security. Third one is what there? Network security. 2 minutes. Now try to understand it clearly. What is this network security? What is the meaning of this network security? Nothing, sir. Very simple. For example, I want to do some internet banking. Internet banking I want to do. First of all, what I have to do? I'll open ICICI.com website. Next, immediately online account, internet banking account is required or not? Account details. I given that account details there. Maybe username and password also I given. Listen carefully. When I provide my internet banking username and password in my system, when I click on enter button, what will happen? My username and password data must be transferred from my local machine to ICICI server side application or not? Means that my username and password is traveling, the data is traveling over the network or not? ICICI server is not available in my same computer. ICICI server is available at different location, but my laptop is what there? My computer. From this, I want to transfer my username and password data to the ICICI server side application. Think of it. If I send my username and password data as a plain text data, username and password data, if I send as a plain text data, normal text data in the network, somebody else will come into my network, somebody else may identify username and password, somebody else will hack my total account, they will enter into my account, they will go for their own transfer. Security problems are coming or not? So what I have to do now, what I required now, without sending my username and password, they will not give any approval to use this particular website. Understand my point here? I want to transfer some amount from my account to my friend account. So I need to open my account. So username and password I have to enter. That without entering username and password, I'm unable to use this particular application website. So I have to provide username and password. When I provide this username and password, that username and password must be transferred in the network to the server side application. But while transferring the data must be in a secure manner or not? The data must be in a secure manner or not? Now providing security for our data while traveling in the network. Providing security to our data while traveling in the network, that security is called as what? Network security. Not only that, username and password, think of it. I want to transfer some amount of money from my account to my friend account. I have to provide my account details. I have to clearly provide my friend account details. I have to say some amount there, some 10,000 or 20,000. No, all this data is a confidential data or not? Is a secure data or not? When it is transferred in the network, the data must have security or not? How the security is going to be provided here? Of course, the data may be visible to everybody, but user cannot understand what is the data. Of course, my data transformation is going on, but the data must not be in a position to understand to anybody else in outside. That users, other person cannot understand the data. In that way, how to transfer the data? So for that purpose, what techniques we required here? What mechanisms here we required here? Encoding and decoding mechanisms are required or not? We have to encode the data in my system. The same data must be decoded at which system there now? That server side application. Next level, encryption and decryption mechanisms are required or not? Encryption at my system, decryption at the other system here now. Right. This encryption, decryption, to provide this encryption and decryption over the data while traveling in the network, we are going to use some mechanisms. That mechanisms are called as encryption mechanisms and decryption mechanisms. For the sake of network security, so many encryption and decryption mechanisms are available. What are the so many encryption and decryption mechanisms in the networking now? Like a bluefish algorithm, RSA algorithm, shared key algorithm, public key algorithm. Then apart from this, like what the digital signatures maybe, client certificates maybe, like n number of approaches are available to maintain security for the data in the network. Got my point or not? This is the meaning of like what there? Network security. For this network security, Java has provided its a predefined implementations for almost all the network security algorithms. Java has provided some of the predefined implementations for almost all the network security algorithms. Because of that reason also, we can conclude that Java is what there? Very good at the network security. Finally, Java is providing security at 3 levels. What are the 3 levels? No. First one is what there? Implicit security. Next one is what there? Web security. Third one is what there? Network security. That's it. So these are the reasons why we can conclude that Java is what there? A secure programming language. So got or not? Right. So then tomorrow I will give document for this also. Then I want to stop today. Then tomorrow I'll continue, and tomorrow we are going to see like what there all the concepts, right? But one small announcement to you guys. 29th of this month. Today is the 27th, right? 28th and 29th. I think so there is a festival on that day, right? Then so on that day I may not go for the class for you, but on Saturday we have session. Last Saturday also people are not attended classes properly. This Saturday definitely we are planning for the class, but try to come for the class without failure. Sunday again gap. Okay, that on that because of that festival at very startup mode. It's okay, fine. Then first of all, I will not be available here. That's the problem there. Otherwise, maybe at least I may plan for the class, but I'll not be available here. On the 29th of this month, no classes. You can go for your own plan on that particular day. Alternatively, I'm going to take class on Saturday. Damn sure, but continuously I'm going to take the class on Saturday, but Sunday is a gap. Next again, Monday onwards, we are going to have the sessions, right? Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Shall meet on tomorrow. Thank you. Maybe ఇంకా మొత్తం సెటరేట్ అని ఇంకా టైం పడుతుంది ఇప్పుడే కాదు మేబీ సెవెంత్ సెవెంత్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మంత్ నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ ఇంట్లో 11:30 చెప్తాను అది చెప్తాను సెవెంత్